Guys, okay, I'm just going to start this tutorial by saying quite possibly you're not going to learn anything that you don't already know. The tutorial's title is The Efficiency in Post. Now, by this I mean everybody that works for this company knows that we've got deadlines and we're pretty busy, and it's kind of like showing that if you get the scene closer to where you want it to be in 3D, then the post only needs to be, a little bit of a tweak, a little bit of adjustment to kind of get it across the line to get it to where you want it to be. It's not majorly fixing any major issues or doing anything crazy. So if you understand your scene, you can look at it, see the lighting, there's not a lot of noise. For me to go through and make some basic adjustments to the scene, the main thing that I've noticed in this image is around the entry of the light in the background near the doors. It's really quite nice and bright. It's kind of got what the client's been asking for, but the deeper we go into the apartment, the darker it kind of gets, and I'm kind of trying to brighten it up in this way to start off with. I'd normally probably give a little bit more reflection pull out, but I think that is a little bit noisy for more than what I want it to be, so I'm just not going to push it too far. So here's my passes, and that's done. So if we go backwards and forwards and just have a look, yep, kind of brightened up the room a little bit, given it a little bit of extra, and now I move on. My next step is I individually choose elements within the render that I want to kind of have a little bit more control over, give a little bit more brightness and contrast. Some people might use curves, some people might use, everybody's got their own little way of doing it, but I kind of want to look over my render and kind of see what could benefit from a little bit more love. This little ottoman I think renders really nicely. I kind of want to bring those, I want to kind of draw my eye into the middle and bring those highlights up just a little bit. I like the way that the handbag to the left hand side, kind of like from left to right, kind of ties into the render. Kind of like grab this chair in the foreground, give it just that little bit of extra love, extra kick. Get this glass going. As I said, fundamentally, this is really simple post. And the main reason for this tutorial is, hey guys, like if we're spending an hour on our interior post, it's probably an hour that could be spent best somewhere else. You're obviously going to get that little bit extra out of it, but is it enough to warrant 7 or 8 minutes of post over an hour? So it's all about kind of prioritizing time management, getting things done. Sometimes when you come in the morning, you might have 5 or 6 posts that you've got to do. You might look at the interior scene and see things that you might want to achieve, but okay, that's my adjustments layer. Okay, so now what I do is I'll collapse it. I'm looking at this timber floor in the foreground, and it doesn't quite have the level of detail that I really want. I want these kind of knots in the grain to kind of punch out a little bit more. So what I tend to do is use HDR Effects Pro. I'll just desaturate it, give it a little bit more structure, a little bit more contrast. That's it. I'll overlay this at about 20%. And if I turn it on and off, you just get that little bit more in the grain to the left hand side, a little bit more on the floor. Okay. What I'll do is sharpen this a little bit with a high pass, give it a little bit more. It's all about those little 1% here, 1% there. Now, I'm kind of feeling like I want this middle area to kind of punch out a little bit more. Get that little bit of extra kick. All right, and pretty much I'm done. So I might give it overall a tiny little bit more brightness. I think the outside is matching the interior quite well. Kind of like the way that it's kind of a little bit overexposed. The light's kind of piercing through. You get a little bit more depth as you come through the apartment. If I just, to be fun, I'm just gonna do it so we can clearly see before and after. Okay, so there's the end result. There's the original RGB. I think in the 6 or 7 minutes, I think we've been able to do enough to the render to get across the line, get it sent to the client. I think, you know, the materials, the lighting, the contrast, we've kind of given those elements. I think it all works, and that's me done. All right, guys, have a great day. See you all soon. Bye.